fast cars, fast motorbikes and fast women.
Yeah.
A leaky Land Rover. I'd never even driven a four-wheel drive before. You were lucky if you get 3 weeks off work, so we'd do a bit of backpacking. And we found people out there who were spending 6 months or a year in a country, and we thought we'd like to do that. So what better way of travelling than actually driving around the world?
And we were in Argentina once, and we took this little Jeep Safari.
We hadn't been kicked out, like Mr. Clarkson.
Yeah. Yes, a Jeep Safari, and we saw Land Rovers in the distance, and we were the back Jeep, and I sort of said to David, I said, it's quite good, those Land Rover things, look how they work on, go over the ground and the axles. So it sort of put a little seed in our minds, and one of us said, well, we should get one of those Land Rover things, and then the other one sort of said, and we'll drive it around the world. So that was really the basis of the decision to do it in a Land Rover.
Initially, the idea was to head north up to Norway and crack the Arctic Circle, but unfortunately it was a little bit too cold and expensive. So we just headed south, so down through Spain, crossed into Morocco, then down the west coast of Africa. But what you find is when you overland is that the plan can change overnight. Our initial idea was to go down through Burkina Faso, Ouagadougou, and then down into Ghana. We eventually went through Sierra Leone, Liberia and Cote d'Ivoire because we met somebody on a campsite who said, you must go to these countries. And we were a bit apprehensive to start with because Sierra Leone had been in a civil war. And he said, no, you'll be perfectly safe there. In fact, there's no tourists going there. You will love it. And true to his word, we went there and we had an absolutely fantastic time.
Yeah, we would say that's almost one of the rules of travelling, is that you have to be flexible because not for political reasons, for safety reasons, for logistical reasons of visas and stuff like that. So you absolutely have to have a loose plan and then be prepared to change it at the last minute.
On this journey, we've been through 66 countries. Everyone has been fascinating, each one for its own reasons, but the ones that really stand out to us are a place like Ethiopia, which we expected to be a country of famine historically, but an incredibly green country that has some fantastic history, places like Lalibela, Gondor, Axum, you've got the Simeon Mountains there, and then the other country that absolutely blew us away was Iran. Again, a country that is described by the world's press as being part of the axis of evil. The people themselves were incredibly friendly, just a hunger, they have a thirst for what you think of their country, and we were treated with nothing but respect everywhere we've been. I'm a lot calmer person now, and I see things through a different eye. We've been through countries, and the one thing we will tell everybody, what we have found from personal experience, is the poorest people in the world will share the most. And that has been an incredibly humbling experience. We leave the rat race that we have here and we travel the world and we see what other people have or mainly don't have, and they survive and they thrive and they're happy. And it also makes you appreciate when you get back home exactly what we have here. Our country has problems that people talk about, but all in all, it's a fantastic place.
Good.
England is a fantastic country.
We're proud to be British, and that's took us 5 years away to actually come to that level of understanding of it and what we've actually got here.
We love the Lizzybus. She's a 1998 300 TDI Land Rover Defender, and we love her. She's got us all the way around the world.
Oh, David, that's more
than I've ever said about you, that
is.
We would never have the heart to sell her. She's done so much. She's got us all the way around the world, 134,000 miles.
I think a lot of people would say that we're actually mildly foolish to even consider this rebuild because it's going to cost us a lot of money. And we could actually go out with that money and buy probably an equally good vehicle. But it's become more than that to us.
She's part of the family.
Yeah.
Well, basically, as I say, we have the four-door station wagon. We intend to convert it to a two-door. And then instead of having a roof tent on the top, we're actually going to put a pop top. So the whole roof raises, and that gives you the opportunity then of being able to sleep inside the vehicle. At the moment, that is a facility that we don't have. Yeah. And that has meant on a number of occasions we've had to book into hotel rooms, either when the weather's been too wet, too windy, or even when there's security implications. Other times, if you can park your vehicle up and sleep inside without putting the tent up, that is a better option for you. So that's what we've learned.
Well, our focus is going to be on weight, security, and easy access to things like tools and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to focus on rather than en suites and jacuzzis, and we could have all that sort of stuff now.
I'd go tomorrow if I could. But unfortunately, we have to rebuild the Land Rover. So that's booked in probably from February.
Of 2015, and we don't want to go through Russia in the snow in the winter. So it depends entirely on how long that takes. If it can be done within the 4 to 6 week time frame we're hoping for, then we could make it for the summer of 2015, which will be great news. The sooner we get back on the road, the better it'll be. We're sort of mourning our old life, and that we're looking forward to it.
We tend to overpack. You pack everything for every eventuality, when in actual fact you need nowhere near that much stuff. You only need 2 pairs of boxer shorts, 2 pairs of socks and 1 pair of jeans, and that'll do you for most of the world.
Yeah, I think also you realise that kit has to have more than one thing that it can do for you. It has to be versatile.
The website Lizzybus.com, written by myself, so I apologise for the bad grammar, but it's got, it's just an explanation of where we've been, what we've done, what we've seen. It's got no agenda. It's just photographs of our travels around the world.
We had quite a few problems at the beginning of this journey with internet and internet access. We don't carry a sat phone or a smartphone or any of that. We used to buy local SIMs wherever we could. The changes that have occurred over the 5 years since we set off is that even now in places like India and Asia and stuff like that, there is a lot more access to internet, and even in backpackers or small hotels and motels. So that became slightly easier, but the beginning of the journey was very difficult, trying to trying to monitor, or what's the other word when you write about it, or you... Help me out here, David.
All I can say, in parts of West Coast Africa, it would take you 30 minutes to get one email.
Yeah.
So keeping a website up to date when 30 minutes for one email, it was getting very difficult.
The technology's moved on as has this journey, and I think the next time we intend to have GoPros, dash cams, all sorts of stuff, because taking photographs in a lot of the countries we travelled through was a no-go. In fact, we were arrested at one point for having a camera. So I think next time, to document our journey in a more
video format,
in more video, and to actually broadcast it better on a daily basis with people, so because they become more interested in what we're up to and what we're about, and they can see that if we've done it, they can do it.